Yo! Alright, so I appreciate all the feedback and everything that everybody was saying on the video. I appreciate y'all's support as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm new to this shit, but I was completely blown away by the amount of people that, reached out to me, saying that they liked like my format of the video or any other thing else like that. I also appreciate the constructive feedback and criticisms that everybody had regarding it. So for this one, I'm gonna start using my face cam. I might start using it more consistently just to see how y'all fuck with it. And also, I also would like to know any other videos that anybody would like me to do, like reactions or gameplay or some other shit. Because I know it's nice to have a niche, but at the same time, sometimes you want to mix it up, right? But you're not here to hear me talk. You're here, well, you are, but you're not here to hear me talk about other shit. You're here for the story time, right? So this is a late Valentine's Day story time. I was going to drop one last week, but a lot of shit got in the way. At the end of the day, look, I'm still a college student. I'm still got other shit going on, but here we are. Here's the story. I like to call this one the time that I friend zoned myself, right? So I used to go to school in West Nashville, right? I used to go to this school called West End Middle School. Anybody that knows me, anybody that's from there knows exactly what it's like, right? There's a lot of crazy shit that went down at that school that to this day, it's still mind-blowing that we were at that age, from ages from 10 to 13 or 10 to 14, however old you were in that school, and shit like this was really going down in a middle school. You feel me? I never experienced shit like that in high school. I experienced more shit in middle school than I ever did in high school. Right? But here's the deal, okay? So at the time, I was in the 5th grade. I was 10 years old. If I can, I'm probably gonna pop up a photo of when I was in the 5th grade right here. Just to clarify, this is a photo of me in the 9th grade, but it's just to show that it's the same shit. Like, I pretty much look the same all the way up until sophomore, junior year when I started growing my hair out. As I'm editing this shit at like 3:30 in the morning, I forgot to go ahead and add that all of the footage that I record here is pre-recorded. Like, all of the gameplay is pre-recorded. Like, I recorded it on my PlayStation beforehand, uploaded it, did like a screen capture on OBS, and then just attached my webcam footage to it. So that's why when you see my hands moving and shit as I'm like moving in the game, I'm not actually playing the game at the time. So when I was in West End, I was unfortunately at the time bald and a little chubby. So, it's safe to say, women weren't really fucking with me like that. I mean, let's just be real. Like, they weren't fucking with me like that. You feel me? Like, it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was back in the day where the meta was the light-skinned athletic dude. That was what they wanted. They didn't want niggas like me. You feel me? Like, just being real. Like, at the time, they didn't want niggas like me. It is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. But there was this one girl, right? Just because people know her, I'm not going to say her real name. I'm just going to say, like, her name was, like, Lauren or some shit, because it's close to what her actual real name is, right? But her name was Lauren. So, Lauren was this girl that I never really spoke to, but I had seen her in, like, this aftercare program thing, and I was like, oh, she's kind of cute, that kind of shit, whatever, right? So I really wanted to talk to her. I just didn't know how, because I was honestly really terrified of talking to women at the time, right? So here's the deal. My homie, his name was Elliot, right? So my homie Elliot, we used to play this stupid ass game where I think it was called like Oreo or some shit like that, where you would talk, where you would play rock, paper, scissors, or whoever lost, you'd have to talk to a girl or boy or whatever the fuck, right? So, I lost, right? I lost. I won't lie, I lost, all right? And when I lost, I had to go ahead and ask a girl out of his choice. He pointed her out, and I was like, all right, let's do this, all right? So, I walk up to this girl, and I'm talking to her. She looks me dead in my eye, just nods her head no, and walks away from me. And at that point, it was like I was completely rejected. Like, she rejected me. But at the same time, it was like I didn't realize how bad she was until then. Like, if you get what I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time, of course. And now I'm like, I like this girl. And I'm going to make her my girl. Obviously, that never happened, but we'll get to that. So one day, so in this aftercare program, it was before and aftercare, right? Because I lived all the way out in Antioch and went to school in West Nashville. And like, that's basically like a whole, like pretty much a whole town over. That's like talking about like 30, maybe 45 minutes away, right? So obviously, beforehand, I would be in this before care thing. So I'd go to school early and chill there until school started. And then after school, I'd chill there until my parents showed up to pick me up and take me home. So, and she was in it too, right? So beforehand, we'd go up to the gym. Like, we had two gyms. We had a newer gym, which was a separate building, and an older gym. We'd go up to the little old gym, and there's a lot that I can tell you about that old gym. A lot of horror stories, but we'll get to that later, right? So, no bullshit. I had gone up there to play some basketball, and I remember that day in particular, there was this big dude. Like, he was 13, but at the same time, while being 13, he was like at least 5'10", 5'11". So he was a big dude, you know. And I was playing basketball for the one time. He went up for a layup. He fell and completely landed on me. And meanwhile, at the time, I could have been no bigger than 100 pounds when I was 10 years old. So that should tell you how much weight was really like going on to me. You feel me? So that nigga crushed me. So obviously I embarrassed myself out there when I was playing basketball. But now I'm sitting and I see the girl that I like. She's sitting there, right? Just sitting there. Excuse me. But she was sitting there. And no bullshit, she's sitting there and she looks upset, right? So, nigga like me, you know, when I see somebody that's upset, I mean, at least now I don't really try to go out of my way to talk to them. Before then, I did. It was back when I still had hope in humanity and I thought all people were like nice or whatever, right? So I'm over there. I walk over, and these seats, they weren't actually seats. They were like rolled up wrestling mats, and people just used to sit on them. So I sat on the one next to her, and I said, "Hey, I see you're kind of upset right now. Are you okay?" No bullshit. This is what she did. She didn't say shit to me. She completely ignored me. Like, I'm talking like didn't say a single word of anything to me. You feel me? So I just knew. I should have known right then I was cooked, but I just kept talking for some reason. And so this is what happened. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know what you're going through. I don't really know what you're experiencing, but I hope you're doing okay. And if you need anything, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm there. I'll be there for you, like a brother." No, I'm not gonna lie. No, fuck that. Cut the music, bro. What was I thinking, bro? Like, what would possess me to even say some stupid shit like that? Like, let's be real. Back to the video, man. Like a brother, my nigga? Like a fucking brother? Are you serious right now? Who the fuck says that? You know what I'm saying? That shit was ridiculous. And I could just tell that any little bit of respect she had for me right then and there was completely gone. And you want to know how I know that? So her and I, we were in the band together, right? No bullshit. After that, she never spoke to me again. For the 4 years that her and I went to school together, we never spoke to each other since that day. Hey, so I forgot a detail. I went ahead and added this in here after the fact. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say. The same girl, I still liked her at the time, right? I had a homie. Let's say his name was Joe, okay? So Joe had told me for ages that I need to tell her how I feel and all this other shit. So tell me why I found out a week later, this same nigga started holding hands with her in the hallway and shit. And I had to hear from someone else. I had to hear from himself saying, oh yeah, by the way, I asked her out, now we a couple. Are you serious? That is fake. That is fake as fuck. I don't care what nobody's saying. It doesn't matter if it was 5th grade, if it was 4th grade, if it was preschool. How are you gonna tell me to talk to a girl and then in the same breath talk to that girl? That's weird. That's so weird. And if you're watching this, you should probably know who you are. Fuck you. I don't like you. Back to the video presentation. And then I stopped fucking with, I stopped, liking her because she was best friends with my fucking op. At the time, of course. I also found out that, him and I, we went to the same barber for a long time. And then I demanded that we switch barbers, so we did. But, yeah, man, that's the story. I know it's a shorter one. Like, there isn't a lot that goes into it. But, yeah, that was what happened the time I friend zoned myself. And I couldn't even call it a friend zone because we were never friends. Like, ever. So, yeah, man, I was terrible with women. Terrible. Like bad. But yeah, it's a shorter video today. I know, it's not one of these longer, drawn out story times. But I hope that you enjoyed this one. And since it's a shorter one, I might just drop another one this week, maybe Friday or Saturday or whatever, depending on how long it takes to edit this one, which shouldn't be long because it's only it's only gonna be 10 to 12 minutes long. But guys, as always, I appreciate you for watching this video. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for everything. It is truly a blessing to have anybody watch this video, let alone the amount of people that watch the video and left a comment. So like I said in the beginning of the video, let me know what I can do to make this shit better, because I really want to be all into this. But at the same time, let me know any other types of videos that you want me to do, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's nice to have a niche, but it's also nice to mix it up from time to time. So just go ahead and put some video ideas in there. And like I'm saying, I read all my comments, every single one, like there's supposed to be a lot or something, but still, I read everything. I try to reply when I can. But like I said, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for watching this video presentation. Have a nice rest of your day. All right, so check this out. So it is Saturday, and I am at home because I'm sick. My little brother, he got himself sick on Wednesday and hasn't been in school since that day. So I was tending to him, making sure that he was eating, making sure that he was healthy to go back to school. So obviously, being around somebody that's sick and tending to them, you're bound to get sick as well. And that's exactly what happened. Now,